Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. As you can see, there's a bit of a change going on. We're moving, and we're hopefully going to have a pretty awesome setup for filming very soon, but until then, I'm going to keep making content, even though it's not the most ideal filming spot. On this channel, we spend our time looking at fantasy of all sorts, from books to movies to video games, and applying the characters within into the tabletop game Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Today, though, we're going to be looking at a core mechanic of D&D itself. Specifically, we're going to be looking at a subclass of the Barbarian, straight out of Xanathar's Guide to Everything, the Zealot Barbarian. The Zealot Barbarian is one of the most popular barbarians, but why is that? I think we can answer that pretty easily. Let's have a look-see at what they can do. First of all, at level 3, they get two things. Divine Fury. During their rage, every time they attack, or rather every turn that they attack, the first attack does extra damage, 1d6 plus half their barbarian level in necrotic or radiant damage. So you always do extra damage as long as one of your attacks hit. So that's pretty awesome. Radiant and necrotic damage are pretty good abilities, or pretty good damage types, and I give this a 9 out of 10. Also, you get Warrior of the Gods. When you are resurrected, so if you die and someone casts a resurrection spell on you, it doesn't take any material components. You don't need to spend the diamond for Revivify or the ceremonial stuff for resurrection. They just cast the spell, use the spell slot, and you come back. Now, obviously, this is not the greatest situation. Barbarians do not die easily. They are one of the toughest classes in the entire game, if not the toughest. And honestly, I think that this is a wasted ability. I think that it should be the sort of thing where when you die, you come back and you don't have any sort of resurrection sickness or something. But that's not what they chose. I give this power a 6 out of 10. It's not useless, but it's only going to come up when you die, and how often does that happen? At level 6, on the other hand, you get Fanatical Focus. Once per rage, so a few times a day at least, you can re-roll a failed saving throw. That's not bad. That's kind of like the fighter's Indomitable power, except you can use it a few times as you're raging, and as you continue to get more rages, you can just do it more and more times. Imagine the top level Zealot Barbarian, like a level 21, going into a rage, and then as soon as they fail a saving throw and they re-roll it, they can like go out of the rage and then go back into it because they get unlimited rages. So they get unlimited re-rolls on their saving throws as long as they're willing to go in and out of rage for a turn. I think that's pretty awesome. I give this a 9 out of 10 as well. Then at level 10, they get Zealous Presence. As a bonus action, they can get advantage on attacks and saving throws for their allies for 60 feet around them for a turn. This power is phenomenal because advantage on all attacks and saving throws to basically the entire party, that is similar to the Paladin's Aura of Protection, except it's advantage instead of an aura. It's great. I think it's one of the most powerful things you can have, and I would call it another 9 out of 10. It doesn't directly affect you, but it does affect the party, and that's fantastic. And then finally, at level 14, the capstone feature, Rage Beyond Death. This is why the resurrection power isn't as good as you might think. Because at level 14, a Zealot Barbarian cannot be knocked unconscious as long as they're raging. Meaning that if they get dropped to 0 hit points, unless the shot kills them outright, which is very hard to do, barbarians have loads of health, they don't go down. They just keep fighting. They fight and they fight and they fight until their rage ends. Or until something kills them directly, which takes like a hit that is double your, like negative what your health, your max health would be. Basically, it's very hard to do. Meaning that as long as the barbarian is raging, he won't go down. That's insane. They're basically unkillable. As long as you have a healing potion in your pocket on the last turn of your rage. Just pop it, drink it, and you're unkillable. You can't die. And you can't be knocked unconscious. So, holy crap. 10 out of 10. 20 out of 10. Give this the highest rank. This is one of the greatest things a barbarian can do. It's incredible. The Zealot Barbarian represents a really cool playstyle. All out offense and power. You are hitting with extra damage. You are resisting saving throws and causing your party to hit with advantage and resist saving throws. And you can't be killed once you're level 14, basically. This is better than the Bear Totem, in my opinion. This is the ability to just say no to death. It's awesome. I can't rave about this enough. This is a 9 out of 10 class. Only that resurrection thing pulled it down a little bit, and that's not super bad. It's just kind of irrelevant most of the time. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Zealot Barbarian, one of the best. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below, and keep your eyes peeled for more subclass reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.